Good morning. Welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. Today we're wrapping up our 5-part series on health care financing options with CareCredit. Affordable robots designed to make your home seem like the Jetsons. And moms, if you've got teenagers who are driving, we have the latest in car visibility lighting so that they can drive with confidence and give you more peace of mind. More great ideas coming up for you on The Balancing Act. Have you noticed lately that your car's headlights don't seem to be as bright as they once were? Well, it's not your imagination. Did you know that car headlights actually dim over time, and it can make it pretty hard to see at night? We're talking now about what you can do to make sure that you're seeing the road as well as you should, and joining us is Dave Pershing from General Electric to shed some light on the situation. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Wendy.
So I didn't even know we're supposed to change our car headlight.
You should. Car headlights will dim gradually over time, and you won't even notice it, but you're not seeing as well as you should be.
Kind of like my eyesight.
Yes, and it's very important for people who don't have the night vision they once did, or more importantly, for young drivers who are inexperienced at reacting to situations on the road.
Well, I'm one of those categories. We won't say which one. Okay, so how often are we supposed to change our headlights?
Well, we recommend you do it regularly. I like to do mine about every 4 years. That's when your headlights are starting to dim, and it's a very simple and effective process to give you more light on the road.
Now, I'm a paranoid scaredy cat mom, so I drive new cars, but what's the average age of a car in America?
Average car in America today is about 9 years old.
9 years old?
Yes.
So even if you're buying a car that's new to you, you can't necessarily count on the fact that the headlight's been changed at any point in its life.
That's exactly right. So if you're getting a car that's used, it's a good idea. One of the first things you could do, other than just changing your wipers or other things, or putting a air freshener in there, maybe change your headlights as well.
It's a good way to remember it. Okay, changing your headlights, but now you want to tell us that changing it to something specific is
Absolutely.
important.
With GE Nighthawk headlights, these are 30% brighter than our standard GE headlights.
30%?
Yes.
But are they, I mean, crazy question, are they legal? Do they blind oncoming drivers?
No, it's not going to do that. We have to follow specific Department of Transportation regulations, and these fit within all those guidelines, so they're not going to blind any oncoming traffic. They're just helping the driver of the vehicle to see 30% further down the road to avoid some potentially dangerous situations.
Okay, so it's GE Nighthawk. Now, how do I know if they fit my particular car?
Well, what you can do is you can go to our website at gelighting.com.
gelighting.com. Got it.
Right. And you can do a product search on Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
And it will bring up a page where you just fill in the boxes of the year of your vehicle, the make and the model, and it'll give you an entire list of all the Nighthawk lights that will fit your car.
Okay, and then where do I go to buy it?
Well, you can find them at mass merchandisers around the country. You can go online to an Amazon.com, or you can, if you don't want to do it yourself, you can ask your mechanic to go ahead and put in GE Nighthawk headlights for you.
Don't want to do it myself. Do you think there's a chance I would be able to install headlights in my car?
For sure, it's as easy as screwing in a light bulb.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I've never touched anything on my car.
You could do it, and I bet you could do it probably in a couple minutes.
In a couple minutes?
Yes.
So it's as easy as screwing in a light bulb. Okay, GE Nighthawk headlights, 30% brighter, great insurance for our family to keep us all safe on the road.
Yes.
Thanks, Dave, for being here.
Thank you.
The best in health, home, technology, and career options. You're watching The Balancing Act. We'll be right back. Well, the old saying is true. We are what we eat, and every food choice we make will affect our bodies in the short term and the long run. I know how hard it is to convince our kids to eat more of the foods they need to develop, but as parents, we also need to be role models for our kids. And there are many creative ways to get ourselves and our families to eat right. With us today is nutrition and fitness expert Dr. Janet Brill to give us some pointers on how we can dramatically improve our family's health. Nice to see you back, Dr. Brill.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So people don't know this, but my own children were at the set and saw you setting up the food and seemed to be excited about it. So if my kids are excited about this, I want all the moms to know about this food because I got picky eaters. What kind of snacks do you recommend for kids that are healthy?
Well, kids like to have fun, so and
Don't we
kids,
all?
yeah, that's true. And kids really they like to dip. So
Yes.
one thing we can do is give them and try and get in their fruits and vegetables, but make it fun. So here is carrots. Baby carrots are usually go over real
Yep.
well with kids, and if they could dip it in, I actually made this dip from a fat-free sour cream with a little bit of onion soup mix, and that gives it flavor. And then you get
Fat-free sour
that's
cream,
right.
a little
So
onion
it's
soup mix.
lower in calorie. It's devoid of saturated fat and trans fat, and so it tastes great. And kids will eat these vegetables, which are filled
So
with
for
antioxidants.
kids that get sort of addicted, shall we say, to junk food because their palate gets accustomed to it, what can we do to break that cycle?
Well, the best thing that you can do is be a good role model, and that means you eat healthy and you get out there and exercise every day, and also you provide kids with nutritious, healthy meals that taste great and are fun to eat, and kids will eat it.
Okay, this one I know my daughter was really excited to see you build. What is that?
Well, this is the famous ants on a log, and you just take celery and then you put some peanut butter in there, which is a nice source of protein and some good fat, and then instead of raisins I put on cranberries, which are sweetened, so they're nice and sweet, but they provide a real nice dose of the antioxidants, which fights off disease.
Very, very healthy. Now, I can't believe that a doctor of nutrition pulled out chocolate pudding and said it's good for my family. What is this stuff?
Well, I'm a mom too, and my kids love this, and it's a great snack. It's actually sugar-free, and it's made with skim milk, so you're getting some good calcium in there as well, and it's only, I think, 60 calories, so it's a really nice
So
snack.
check your grocery store aisle. Sugar-free chocolate pudding made with skim milk. So
That's
got your calcium in
correct.
it. Are these little pizzas?
They are, and that takes all of maybe 5 minutes to throw together. I put it together with a whole grain English muffin, and then you put on some, so you're getting some fiber there and whole grains, of course, which is a good thing to try and get in your kids. And then you put some tomato sauce, which gives you a lot of vitamins and minerals, and actually lycopene, which protects the eyes. And then a skim milk mozzarella cheese, so you get protein and calcium.
Yummy. Whole wheat pita with a hummus dip.
Another whole grain and hummus. That's a phenomenal protein source, and it's made actually from chickpeas. So you're getting protein and you're getting fiber as well, and lots of vitamins
And I
and
see
minerals.
yogurt over there, another great snack for our
Yogurt
kids.
is a great snack. Again, more bone-building calcium, and it's sweetened. I believe this one's sugar-free as well. So you're getting low-calorie, nice protein, and a source of calcium and vitamin D.
Dr. Janet Brill, thank you for being with us. These
Thanks for
are
having
wonderful
me.
options. I'm going to go home and make many of them myself, and I may just steal these and take them home with me. Thanks for being with us again. Always
Thanks
a pleasure.
for having me.
Did you know that 74% of office workers eat lunch at their desks? Also, 57% snack and 31% eat breakfast there too. Now, while it may look productive, if you don't disinfect your desk every day, you're exposing yourself to 400 times the amount of bacteria on your desk than there is on your office toilet. You're also not getting the recommended 30 minutes a day of physical activity. Even a 10 or 15-minute brisk walk at lunchtime can boost your spirits, make your muscles stronger, and burn some of those calories. The sunshine also helps your skin make vitamin D, which we all need.
All this week, we've looked at ways to help finance unexpected healthcare expenses, or beautiful smiles, maybe even that tummy tuck that you've always wanted, and the latest technology to help care for your pet. Well, today, Marjorie Roser, our CareCredit expert, is going to tell us a little bit about how to manage your credit wisely. Welcome back, Marjorie. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So, first of all, let's learn about what CareCredit is. It's a specific kind of credit.
It really is. CareCredit is a credit card that has two distinct advantages. It's focused on healthcare expenses. So it's a great tool to help you manage your healthcare expenses and keep track of those expenses. As well as every time you use CareCredit, you are eligible for no interest financing.
No interest financing.
No
So
interest.
That's important.
It is important.
Now, when people are shopping for credit in general, what should they be looking for?
Well, specifically when you're looking for a patient financing company, number one, you should make sure you're dealing with a well-respected and established company.
You're owned by GE, right?
We are. We're part of GE, and we've been doing patient financing for over 20 years. Another thing to consider when you're looking for financing is you want to make sure that you don't take out too many credit cards or you don't overextend yourself. You want to make sure that you're not taking out more credit than you can responsibly handle.
Does your company have some kind of origination fee?
No origination fees. That's an important point. You should make sure that you don't have a company that has origination fees. You don't want to fall for a teaser rate where a company offers you an initial low rate, but then when you get approved, your rate is much higher. You don't want to deal with anything like
They
that.
do that to women?
They do, so you have to look out.
That's terrible. And what about provider networks?
A network is really important, especially for patient financing. You want to make sure the company has a very broad network, so there are lots and lots of places that you can use that account.
Okay, so you're talking right now about patient financing. This is, CareCredit is a way for those unexpected out-of-pocket expenses that come along with healthcare needs. Now, what about general credit and women managing their finances? What are the mistakes women make?
Well, you want to make sure that you're very smart about how you utilize credit. You don't want to have too many credit cards, and you certainly don't want to max them all out. You don't want to overspend. You want to manage what is appropriate for your budget and make sure that you stick to that.
And you attempt to, if you have interest rates on them, you want to pay them off every 30 days or as quickly as possible.
Yes, you should make sure you're really familiar with what your interest rate is and make your minimum monthly payments, and also make sure you pay off your promotion before the promotional period ends.
Now with CareCredit, you mentioned that there's no interest, but what is the length of that term?
Well, that term can vary, so you want to make sure you read all the fine print. With CareCredit, that term could be 90 days or even much longer. It could be 12 months or 18 months of no interest financing.
And you want to make sure you get that full balance paid off, though,
yes,
by the time you get to the end
Yes,
of it.
absolutely.
And bottom line is, if you can only afford the minimum payment on a credit card, you're spending too much.
That's right.
Okay, how can people find out about it?
Best place to find out about it is go to our website, carecredit.com, or you can certainly call us or go to any healthcare provider that accepts CareCredit. You can fill out an application there and get approved in seconds.
With no origination fee.
That's right.
That's the important thing.
That's right.
Thanks so much, Marjorie, for being with us again, and thanks for all your info and insights this week. It's been interesting to get your wisdom. Next on The Balancing Act, a product that's sweeping the nation. Did you know that you can clean your floors without touching a broom, a vacuum cleaner, or a wet mop? That's coming up next.
They say that behind every great man, there is a great woman. And yes, many strong, independent, intelligent, and courageous women have consistently made their marks in time. As we dig through history, an extensive list of impressive women come to light. Leaders, warriors, entrepreneurs, physicians, many of which were overlooked. Others disguised themselves as men to stand a chance in the world. Today with us is Leslie Nikki Sackerson, author of Awesome Women, Some Famous, Others Infamous, and Those Who Were Lost in History. Welcome.
Good morning.
So tell me first of all about your clothing.
I'm dressed as a male.
I got that part.
Evidently. But I like to dress as a male going on the battlefield because a lot of women were known to have been in the battles, and the Revolutionary War battles, Civil War battles, even prior to. And because there's the documentation, I do what's comfortable, and I like playing with the boys in the black powder.
There you go. There you go. Now, you spent 12 years researching up to 850 different women who were extraordinary. Tell me a little bit about some of the categories of these women.
Oh, I have categories ranging from blacksmiths, tinsmiths, soldiers, sailors, astronomers, physicians, anything that I felt that was could be classified as non-traditional, I had a category for.
Now, a lot of people think of a woman back in the day, and we're talking back in history here, not present day, and they think of a woman as a demure little woman who stayed at home and raised the kids. Not true.
Do I look sweet and demure?
Do I have to answer that? You got a gun.
No, a lot of women back then had to be strong-willed in mind and in body, especially if they were attempting something new, such as crossing the prairie or setting up a new territory. They couldn't be the sweet little wallflower, or else they just would not make it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how come we haven't heard about a lot of these women? Are they overlooked, or why is it?
You stop to think about the history that's taught in schools is basically political history about political events and the leaders of the time. In other words, who did what to whom, why, and when, and how they did it. The writers of history have usually been men who write for men, about men, and don't think of women being interested in history at all.
So Leslie, could you tell me, out of the women that you wrote about in your book, what were like a couple of different ones, maybe in different categories, that impressed you?
Well, you had Abigail Adams. She was a writer. She also helped John remember the women when he was in the presidency. You had Amelia Bloomer, who ran a paper on her own with a female printer, and she helped change some of the women's clothing. Deborah Sampson, when her husband fell at the Battle of Point Pleasant, she got up because she had watched the practice and continued firing the cannon.
Wow, just from watching. All right. Now, people listening right now, where can they get a copy of your book?
They can go to Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or to my publisher's website, which is firstworkspublishing.us, and click on the icon below my book, and those people will get an autographed copy.
All right. Well, can I have an autographed copy?
Most certainly.
Awesome women, and you're an awesome woman too. Thank you.
You know, we're all busy, right? So who's got time to clean our own floors? Not me. Well, wouldn't you love to not have to worry about it? The latest advancement in cleaning that you can rely on is finally here, and it's a robot. Here to tell us more is Christina Edessa, Marketing Manager for iRobot. Welcome, Christina.
Thanks for having me.
So have we finally reached the age of the Jetsons?
Well, I'm not sure that we've reached the age of the Jetsons, but we now have robots doing household work for us.
Okay, so how does iRobot work?
Well, right here we have the Roomba, which is a floor vacuuming robot. What it does is it goes around your floor, picking up dirt, debris, dust that accumulates using brushes and a vacuum.
And it does it all on its own? You can plan the schedule for it?
Yeah, so you can schedule it to clean up to 7 times per week. And so what it does is at the given time, it will back away from its charging base, go and clean your floor, and then when it's done, come back to the charging base so that it's ready for next time.
And what about the corners, because this puppy's round?
Yeah, so it has a side brush that gets along the sides and into the corners, so that's all taken care of.
And if there's more dirt or debris in one area, say coffee grinds or something you've spilled on the floor?
Yeah, so it actually detects that, and what it will do is spend more time cleaning in that area, kind of like you would.
So what if you've got floors and carpet?
It automatically adjusts, so if it's going from carpet to hard floors, the cleaning head will actually adjust its height based on what surface it's on, and then it can go back again, no problem.
Okay, I'm asking these questions because I'm seriously thinking how this could work in my house, because
Yeah.
it sounds too good to be true. What about staircases? Is this guy going to commit Harry-Carry on all my stairs?
It won't, no. The Roomba will actually back away from stairs, cliffs, that sort of thing. So it has a sensor that if it knows that it's hitting a cliff, it will back away.
Cliff sensor, I like that.
Right.
Okay, so this is the Roomba who vacuums your whole house and your floors. What if I need to clean my floors?
Well, if you want to wash or scrub your floor, we have the iRobot Scuba. And so
Scuba.
That's right.
I like
And
that
so
name.
what it does is it has a 4-part cleaning system. So all in one pass, it will vacuum up small crumbs and debris, lay down fresh cleaning solution, scrub it, and then vacuum it back up.
Okay, that's better than I do.
Yeah, exactly. It's always using fresh water. So it's never putting that dirty water back on the floor like I would normally do when I'm cleaning.
All right, I know the moms and dads out there are going to wonder about this question. How much are these?
Well, they range in price from anywhere from $249 to $499, just depends on the model that you're getting. And you can find it at most retail stores and online at iRobot.com.
Okay, I want to keep talking about it, but let's turn Roomba on so we can
Sure.
see him clean our studio. Why not? Put him to work.
Sure. So you simply just press the clean button and he goes off and does his thing.
So he just kind of spins around here, figures out what to do.
Yeah.
Now, these things have been on the market for 5 years, so you've ironed out all the kinks.
That's right.
And now it really is supreme technology that people can find at their retailer.
Absolutely. So this is the 5th generation of Roomba. We've sold over 3 million robots so far, so it's definitely home-tested, proven technology that is, efficient, practical, innovative. It's really helping people in their
And I know all
houses.
the moms and dads, we're all busy.
Right.
And this is one of those chores that takes a lot of time. It's labor intensive.
Right. So it's actually been found that women have 218 less free time hours than men in a year. And
Why does that not surprise me? 218 fewer hours of free time per
they're
year than
taking on
guys.
a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, right?
Yeah.
With home and work and kids and everything.
Oh, look, he ran into his friend Scuba.
Yeah, that's right. So, our products are really great for helping with taking some of those household tasks away from you so that you can do other things.
So if you've got, say, a 2-bedroom apartment, how
Yeah.
long would it take Roomba to do his thing?
Well, depending upon the size, this model does up to 4 rooms. It does it in about 90 minutes, but it will cover the whole floor.
And you can set it to do it while you're at work.
That's right. So you come home and your floor is clean.
Roomba and Scuba.
Right.
Okay, iRobot.com.
That's right, iRobot.com.
Christina, thanks so much for being
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me.
You know, keeping up with the latest trends to help with cleaning, transportation, health advances, and life choices is essential. That's why the Balancing Act is here every weekday on Lifetime Television. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, watching our studio be clean. See you around tomorrow.